I'm Town Manager Eric Peterson and want to give you an update on the Town Board meeting from this past Monday, June 10th, 2013. The board made a couple of appointments. They reappointed Carl Eddie Sane to the Board of Adjustments for another term, and they also appointed Philip Smith to the Tourism Board. The Hillsborough Police Department held their first Citizens Police Academy in probably 10 years. It's been a long time, and it was very well attended. So they had graduation ceremonies for the 13 attendees who participated. Chief Hampton explained that they had, it was a 9-week course. They came in once a week, met for 2 to 3 hours at a time, and the residents who participated got exposed to all different sorts of aspects of law enforcement, including doing a ride-along in addition to that. And one of the fun parts of the evening was the citizens group voted on who their favorite police instructors were, and it was initially a tie between the K-9 corporals, Scott Foster and Mike Fouché, and one of our investigators, William Burwell. And so they did a tiebreaker. So of course the K-9s win. It's hard to beat the K-9s. So anyway, it sounded like everybody had a great time, and we've got citizens who now are much more knowledgeable about the police activities, and many of them work in the community watches in their individual neighborhoods. So that was a great program. More good news on Riverwalk. A few things took place. We meaning the town board, approved the construction contract for phase 2, which will take it from downtown to Gold Park and then over to the Eno Mountain Road. That was $1.25 million, which is actually several $100,000 below what we had originally budgeted. So that was yay. That was good news on that. And then another Riverwalk component was the town board awarded contracts to Summit Engineering to go ahead and starting to do the design work on phase 3, which will take it from River Park there at the county all the way down towards the Speedway. And that includes the construction drawings, construction management, and materials testing and things like that. So Riverwalk's continuing to move. We're hoping to see construction start this fall, so that's great news on that. Some other good news financially, we had a series of loan refinancings. With interest rates being so low, we were able to do a refinancing on the town's fleet maintenance facility, which we purchased several years ago, which was over like $1.1 million. We refinanced that, and then the $600,000 loan for the Collins property, which is where the rail station will hopefully end up going. So those two were about 5 years into the loans, but we'll end up saving over $75,000 on the remaining terms, which is about 10 or 11 years. So anyway, that'll save us a little bit of money every year going forward. And then a much bigger savings on the reservoir. There was about 6.5 years remaining on one of the reservoir loans, and I think 4 or 5 on one of the others. And so we were surprised that with such short time remaining on the loan that you could still do refinancing and save money. And it looks like we'll save over $180,000 over the next 6.5 years, which is great news. Give us a little bit of savings and buffer or relief in the water and sewer operations. So that was really good. Actually, short news on the budget. The board adopted the budget. No tax rate increase, no water rate increase, and then the continuation of the 8.8% increase on the sewer was adopted by the board, which is part of the cycle of trying to pay for the $19.2 million wastewater plant upgrade and expansion. So that went smoothly. Special Assessment District update. The board took a couple actions. They updated the assessment roll, which means that's the amount that property owners will be charged in that specific district to pay for the final infrastructure improvements out there. So the bond total, the total amount of bonds we'll sell, instead of being 4.66 million, is now 5.1 million. And the developers in the town agreed that that was going to increase the chances of being certain that we have enough money to complete the road, complete the park, and then pay for the cost of the actually issuing the bonds, which is not inexpensive. So that was approved. The town board also approved and authorized the mayor or the manager to sign an implementation agreement with the developers for Waterstone and Stratford, and that's basically all the details that need to get worked out to make sure the money is spent appropriately, and if there's any funds left over, where do they go and things like that. So the good news is, if there are any funds left over at different parts of that project, the portions that the town may get can go back into the district. For example, we could use that to help start paying for design work for a new fire station, which we'll have land for out there, and that's another component of the implementation agreement. Is Stratford Development was supposed to deed us about a 3-acre lot in Waterstone for use for public safety, likely a fire station.